Have you ever heard a name whispered through the radio that made even the bravest pilots freeze mid-flight? Stay till the end, because this story will give you chills and maybe even make your heart race. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because this isn't just a story about a pilot, it's about redemption, courage, and a legend reborn. It started like any other morning at a small civilian airport outside Nevada. Daniel Cross, a widowed single dad in his late 30s, adjusted his pilot's cap as his 8-year-old son, Ethan, waved from the terminal window. Daniel smiled back, his eyes tired but gentle. Once, he had been known across the Air Force as Ghost Rider, the kind of fighter pilot whose name was spoken with respect and awe. But that was years ago. After losing his wife in a tragic accident, he hung up his wings, traded the roar of the F-22 for the steady hum of a commercial jet, and promised Ethan he'd never fly into danger again. To his colleagues, Daniel was quiet and disciplined, a man who never bragged about his past. But every time he watched the sky shimmer with jet trails, something deep in his heart stirred, the ghost of who he used to be. One sunny afternoon, as Daniel prepared Flight 227 for takeoff, he overheard chatter on the restricted radio frequency, military channels. He frowned. That frequency wasn't supposed to bleed into civilian networks. Then came a voice, sharp and urgent. Mayday! Mayday! Eagle Squadron under heavy fire, unidentified aircrafts engaging training formation near restricted zone. Daniel froze. His instincts kicked in instantly. He knew that airspace, it was close to the mountains where his flight path was headed. The passengers on his plane were blissfully unaware, but something told him this wasn't a drill. Meanwhile, in the skies above, two F-22 Raptors twisted through the clouds, outnumbered and outmaneuvered by rogue drones gone rogue from a classified training experiment. The young pilots, call signs, Falcon, and Viper, were struggling to keep control. Command, we need backup. Viper shouted. Negative, Command responded. No assets nearby. That's when Daniel's voice broke through the static. Calm. Confident. Unmistakable. This is Civilian Flight 227. Ghost Rider copies your transmission. Silence filled the channel for a heartbeat. Then Falcon stammered, Did you say, Ghost Rider? Sir, is that really you? Daniel's hands tightened on the controls. His commercial co-pilot stared in disbelief as Daniel diverted their flight slightly. He couldn't engage in combat, not in a passenger plane, but he could guide them. He'd done this before. He quickly switched to his co-pilot. Keep the passengers calm. I'll handle the skies. The next 20 minutes felt like lightning in his veins. Using his radar system, he guided the two Raptors through evasive maneuvers, predicting the rogue drones' patterns as if he could see them before they moved. Ghost Rider, they're locking on us. Falcon shouted. Brake left. Drop altitude to 15,000. Now roll right on my mark, Daniel commanded. 3, 2, 1, execute. The sky erupted with flashes of light. The drones missed by inches. Daniel's old instincts had taken full control. Even through the radio, the young pilots could feel his calm under fire. Soon, backup arrived. The drones were neutralized, and the F-22s returned to base. The name, Ghost Rider, spread like wildfire across the Air Force communication channels. Many had thought he was long gone. No one expected a commercial pilot to be the voice that saved two of their own. Later that night, Daniel received a call from an unknown number. This is General Parker, the voice said. You may have left the uniform, son, but you never stopped serving. We owe you one. Daniel smiled softly. No need for that, sir. Just doing what I was trained to do. But that wasn't the end. A few weeks later, he received an invitation to attend a ceremony at the Air Force Base. When he arrived with Ethan, they were greeted by rows of young pilots standing in salute. On the hangar wall, in bold letters, was a phrase painted beneath an F-22 silhouette. Legends never die, Ghost Rider lives on. Falcon and Viper approached him, their eyes full of gratitude. Sir, if it weren't for you, we'd be gone. Daniel placed a hand on their shoulders. Then make sure the next generation never forgets what it means to stay calm under pressure, and to never give up on your training. As he turned to leave, his son tugged his sleeve. Dad, were you scared up there? Daniel smiled. Always, buddy. But bravery isn't the absence of fear, it's doing what's right even when you're scared. That night, as the stars shimmered over the base, Daniel realized something. Maybe he didn't have to choose between being a father and being a hero. Maybe he was always both. And as the screen fades to black, remember this: heroes don't always wear uniforms. Sometimes they're fathers, quietly flying under the radar until the world needs them again.